Hey girl, hey, it's Tasha. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm showing you a really cute vacation hairstyle that you can do on your sister locks. I've heard people call this hairstyle different things. Some people say it's lock knot, some people say it's a lock bob. We can just put it together and call it a lock knot bob. This is one of my favorite hairstyles because you can completely change the way that your sister locks look. This style gives you complete control on how thick and how short you want them to be. I love that this style also kind of looks like you have traditional locks, and you can even style it again like how I just did, or you can even add some accessories like gold cuffs. Either way, this hairstyle is fantastic for a vacation hairstyle, or if you just want your hair off your shoulders, and it lasts a long time too. All right, before we get started, you want to make sure your sister locks are detangled. Now, I like to use a lock comb to basically comb out and detangle my locks. This will just make the process a lot easier. Now, I don't put any products or any water on my hair when I do this hairstyle because you really don't need it. But if you feel like your hair is really dry or something, you could spray a water-based leave-in conditioner on your hair before you actually do the hairstyle. Usually I will spray some at the end of when I'm done doing the hairstyle, or even like the day after. But the one that I use is called the Carol Starter Black Vanilla Leave-In Conditioning Spray. And I've been using that one for years, and it does what I need it to do. It's very lightweight and it makes my hair feel moisturized. So after you're done detangling your hair, you're gonna want to get some really strong rubber bands. These are the ones that I like to use. And also either some banana clips or even a hair tie like a bungee band to keep your hair out of your face when you are doing the twist. And then this one is optional. It's gold braid cuffs. I like to use it just to kind of add a little razzle dazzle, but totally optional. Now we are going to section off the hair. This is really important because this is basically how the hair is going to lay. So you want to get your nice part, whether you want to part on the side like how I do here or in the middle, but part it, and then you're going to just section it off of the hair that you want to work with, and then take like the bungee band and tie up the rest of the hair so it's out of the way. Okay, so next we're gonna take that big section that we're working with, and you're gonna take your finger and split it into two sections like this. And basically we're trying to clean up the part. So we want the part to be a nice line. So I'm just moving over some of the locks so that it can turn it into a straight line. The parts are really important here for this hairstyle. You don't want no messy looking parts. You want those parts to be nice and crisp, nice and straight. Okay, so now we want to take that top section and get it out the way. So take one of your banana clips and you're just gonna clip it to the other side of your hair so it's out the way. All right, now we're gonna section some more so we can make our first lock knot. You can also comb it a little bit more, but get your rubber bands ready. And then you're gonna take that one section, split it into two. On each side, you're gonna twist, and you're gonna twist it around each other, and then you twist some more and twist around each other. You have to make sure you keep the tension here or else it's going to unravel. So it should be very tight. It's basically like a rope twist. It's not supposed to be loose like a plait. And by the time you get to the end, do not let go. Continue holding it so that you still have all that tightness. Keep holding it, and then you're gonna kind of measure out how long you want the bob to be. And so I wanted mine to be about that length. And you're gonna take a rubber band and you're gonna twist it and basically make a little loop like that. And then you're gonna take the end part and you're gonna wrap it around like this. And then you're gonna take another rubber band and put it around to lock it in so that it doesn't unravel. And that's how you make the knot part. So there is your first lock knot. And we're gonna continue the same process across the whole head. So we're taking another section, we're combing it, we're splitting that section into two and twisting each side and wrapping it around each other into a twist while also continuing to twist so that we can keep the tension and the tightness all the way down. And then we are going to continue holding the end of it so we don't, like, it doesn't unravel. And then we want to match this up with the same length as the first one that we did. So as you can see here, I'm folding the twist up and using a rubber band to lock in the length that I want it to be, like that. And then I'm taking the end of the twist and I'm wrapping it around to create the lock knot. Once the knot is created, I then take the rubber band and I put it around the knot to secure the knot. Once you're done creating the lock knot, you want to make sure that it's the same length as the other ones because you don't want to have uneven lengths. So while I make this next one, keep in mind how big the parts are because you want them to all be consistent. You want them to all be the same size and the same thickness. You don't want to have some twists that are too skinny or some that are too big. So make sure they're all the same size. And again, make sure your parts are nice and crisp because you will see the parts. And this is important because if you want to do other styles with this hairstyle, you just want your parts to look really nice and uniform. So that's basically it in terms of how to do the hairstyle. It's really simple, and once you get the hang of it, then you can really like get a good flow going. Now with my hair length, it took me about an hour to do this hairstyle. But obviously if your hair is a little bit shorter, it will probably take you less time depending on how fast you move. But the good thing is once you do this hairstyle, you can leave it in for multiple weeks at a time. And you really get your time back because one little hour, although it might seem like it's a lot, you pretty much get a hairstyle that doesn't require you to really have to do much of anything to your hair. And you have a cute hairstyle for your vacation or a wedding or any occasion or event. Or if you just need a new look, if you're bored with your Sisterlocks, you get in the itch to cut it or something, and you just need something new, a new look, a new style, this hairstyle is perfect. Another cool thing that I like about this hairstyle is that it's actually two hairstyles in one. So obviously the hairstyle of the lock knots is one hairstyle, but when you take it out, it is a whole nother hairstyle because now you have a twist out and you can even rock that look for a couple more weeks if you want to. Now doing the back can be a little tricky. You can definitely use a couple mirrors to help you, or if you have a spouse or someone else that can look at the back for you, that can also tell you if your parts are straight. Now for this hairstyle, I'm using black rubber bands because that's all I had. But if you have colored hair, you can definitely get colored rubber bands and that will look really nice. I'll probably do that next time. So let's move on to the next section. So again, I'm combing out the section with my hands this time and I'm parting out the first twist. So this is actually my first time doing this hairstyle ever since I got my new color. And although it is tricolor, which means I have 3 different colors on each like individual strand, I just love how the twist actually brings all 3 of the colors together to just create like almost like a, I don't know, like an ombre, not really an ombre, but I just love the way it looks. Like you can see all the colors together and it's a beautiful blend. It makes me love my color even more. So for time's sake, I skipped ahead a little bit and did a few more just so you can see like how it looks overall so far. But ultimately you can see I'm about done with half of my hair. The parts are looking neat and the length of all of the lock knots are looking pretty consistent. Okay, so moving on to the other half of my hair. At first I wanted to comb it out just to make sure it's all detangled, and then I sectioned off the part that I want to use, and I put a bungee band on the part that I'm not using. So once I get that hair out the way, then I get ready to part my section. My part was pretty straight, so I just left it as is. Then I used the banana clip to clip the rest of the hair that I didn't need to use at the moment. And then I go ahead and start on this back row. Another tip, guys, is to make sure you get all the locks in there. As you can see, I left one out and had to restart. So when I finished twisting this one, I really needed to make sure that it was the same length as the other. So I just used my hands and just kind of felt around to feel the other ones to make sure that this one was going to be at the right length.
So pretty much you're just going to repeat this process over and over again until you get through your entire head. Now for time's sakes, I'm going to speed through the rest of this, but definitely feel free to follow along so that you can see like how I do the twist from different angles of my head.
Okay, so now we're on the last 2 twists of my whole head. And y'all, my fingers were so tired at this point. But I was determined to get it done. This style has turned out so cute already. I'm in love with this look, especially because I had been thinking about cutting my hair. I'm not going to, but this really allows me to feel like my hair is shorter without actually cutting it. So I'm here for this look. And can we get into this color? Like, I am loving my color even more because of how this style brings my locks together to make this like ombre look. Like, I really love it. It just makes it look like it's traditional locks with the color. And I really feel like it's giving me a different type of hairstyle. And for me, that it just makes me feel like a brand new person. And that's honestly what I was looking for after having my baby and just trying to find myself all over again. I needed something new with my hair. And this hairstyle understood the assignment. Now I'm going to take it a step further and jazz it up with these gold braid cuffs. They're so easy to apply. You just open them up and then put them on the twist, and then you clamp them shut so that it stays on there. I don't use too many, just a couple, just to kind of highlight the front area, but I just love the look that it gives. It's totally optional. You definitely don't have to put these on. It looks great without them too. Honestly, this is just one of the great things about having Sisterlocks is the versatility. Like, you can do styles like this whenever you get bored with your hair or if you just want to try something different. So I hope you enjoyed this step-by-step tutorial. And I challenge you to try a new style like this and see how you like it, and let me know in the comments how it turns out, or tag me in your pictures.